And we're live, guys. Guys, I've just been sat here for over an hour now since the news dropped, and I've just like couldn't fathom what came that news about Klopp. I never expected that to come this season, not in years to come. He looked so rejuvenated. I thought this was Liverpool 2.0, and then that video drops, and I've seen the interview, the full the full interview. That's like 25 minutes where he explains his decision, and that's something I want to talk to you guys too, because I've seen a lot of you asking why, and I think it's very, very clear why when you see the interview. It's the fact that he's a manager that is so much about emotion, that's so much about giving everything in his energy, and that's why we love him so much, because he he's not a machine like other managers, I think, and he's a human being above all. And that's why, this picture for me represents this picture right here represents him better than anything. The fact that he's he goes down in our history like Bill Shankly, and the reason I say that is because he's so much beyond, in my opinion, and I know all of us feel this way. He's so much beyond any trophy that he won. He's so much beyond whatever win record he has, statistics. Like, I don't think any of us care about that. Like, none of us care about that. And I think it's just like he's meant so much in our lives that that having him no longer be part of this club is unimaginable. And actually, the club have also just announced now. Let me show you guys. And it just shows that there's going to be such a major transformation. Guys, the club have also just announced that the assistant manager, Pep Linders, Peter Kravitz, as well as the elite development coach, Vitor Matos, will all leave at the end of the season with him too. Our entire coaching team is going to be leaving at the end of the season too. And I think this really like represents how much he represent, what he means to all of us, because I'm one to never, like, I understood early on that you shouldn't get so high and so low based on news, because the football world moves so fast, and that's why when there's a bad result, it's always like that's just part of life. But this news, guys, like, it is not like regular news, and it's the first time that I've like felt news where, like, I don't know where it leaves us as fans supporting this club, because it's just never going to be the same. And I know I'm someone who's just always likes to be positive, and I'm all about positivity, because I think that's how you have to be in life. But I have to be completely honest with you guys that since this news dropped, and since I watched that interview, it's just been complete devastation. And and I say that because, like, even like I'm already seeing so many people commenting, "Oh, Chabi Alonso is gonna be, the one to take over, or this or that." Like, I cannot imagine someone taking over from Klopp, and that's really because no one can do the job that he's done. And that picture that you see behind of Klopp and Bill Shankly, to me, that picture is so significant, because Klopp represents so much more, like I said, than any result or us winning any trophies like that. And of course, we want to, exit in the best possible way by winning the Premier League. I think that's the one that we want the most, and to be able to have a parade and celebrate with everyone. But going back to the decision about Klopp, because I see so many of you asking why, Leo, why is he doing this? Like, um, and it's so clear that, like I said he just run out of tank. Like, he's like a car that just cannot move forward anymore. And he said that one of the things was looking at new signings for the future, it just didn't feel the same. And that he could feel was this inner desire, not inner desire, but he always has a desire to stay at this club because of how much he does love it. You can see it in the interview. And yet he was saying how it just didn't feel the same, and that's because of this gut. It must be a deep down thing that he can't give like he used to be able to give, and it makes sense because he's been manager for 24 years. He said in the interview, when you addition his time at Mainz, his time at Dortmund, his time at Liverpool, all of those 24 years. And again, he's the type of manager that gives absolutely everything, and you see him on the sidelines. That's how he is apparently everywhere. That's how he is behind the scenes. That's just who he is as a man. And so of course at one point he's just gonna run out of steam. Like that's life. And what was so hard about watching the interview is how much like you could tell he wanted to keep going, because you can also see this team has so much promise, but he just couldn't. He's just given everything that he could give, and that I can completely understand. And God, this is literally the first time that I've ever like canceled just an entire day's plans. Like that's how devastating I feel. That's how devastated I feel. And again, I told you guys, like with the results, for example, even after the Champions League final, I'll be honest, I was in Paris. I watched us lose to Real Madrid, and it hurt so much because we had already lost. But it is nothing to me like this feeling. Nothing. Because, again, a result is something you bounce back from. Having Klopp as our manager, having Klopp leading our team is something we'll never get to have again after this season. And we'll never get to experience a Champions League night again under Jurgen Klopp. When that hit for me, my heart is broken too. Hey, but guys, now I'm gonna read your comments. I just needed to express myself. I feel like I'm gonna cry again here. But I know all of you can relate to how I'm feeling right now. Swifty Blank says I can't move on after this. It's all over. What do you want Klopp to do? Like compete against little hackers? So sad. No more Champions League. Hugh Theo, I could not do homework after this. We have to build him a statue, Mason. We have to build Jurgen Klopp a statue, and he will get a statue. He will. We stay strong with Liverpool. I deemed every player. You have to give it 500% themselves this season. That's why, like a lot of you too, I saw couldn't understand the timing about it being mid-season, but I disagree. I actually think if he knew he was going to leave at the end of the season, I think doing the announcement now is better than at the end of the season, because that way we can cherish every single match, every single minute, every single press conference more than we ever have knowing the news. While if we had just learned at the end of the season, we wouldn't have had that same experience. And again, you're saying about I demand that every player will give 500% of themselves this season. Him leaving 100%. Like the Premier League, how many games do we have left? I think we have left 17 games. I think we've played 21. Let me just double check if I'm right. Yes, guys, we have 17 games left to play. Trust every single one of those games will be a final to another level because of what Klopp means to this team. Mason, that's what I was saying. I cannot think about another coach. I just can't. Iman says, my brother is a Liverpool fan. I think he's crying. I'm blasting You'll Never Walk Alone at full volume. I could not do that right now. I would just be crying so much. Yep. His assistant and all the backroom staff are going to. Sean says this is really heartbreaking, but I can understand. He is tired and he needs a break. And as much as we're heartbroken, it was probably the best. He leaves us such a mark and he'll be remembered. Exactly. Like you have to. What there's no doubt about is like this is Klopp's own personal decision, and who knows, health wise, he probably couldn't do more. Like we were saying before, he couldn't do more, and we have to respect that he's a human being. At the end of the day, he's not a machine. Just like these players, you know, are human beings. We can't ever forget that. But I think what's so hard about Klopp is, and that's what makes him the best manager for me that I know I'll ever experience in my lifetime. I have no doubt about that because of who he is off the pitch and how he's represented the club through over these 8 years, and what he's meant to the city, to the people. That again, like I don't give a crap. I don't give a damn right now about the trophies that we've won. Those are moments. They really are moments. But Jurgen Klopp is so much more than that. And I know that when I'm going to talk to my grandkids or I talk about Liverpool in 30 years' time and we're talking about this Klopp era, to me, I'm going to be talking about much more what he represented, how he led the team. Every single press conference where he would just bring a joy to our faces. There's so much to him. So much to him. Oh, God. And guys, trust me, I will come out on the other end and be super positive because that's how I am as a person. But I'm never gonna lie to you guys about how I feel emotionally. And right now I just feel completely destroyed. And again, it's we are Liverpool Football Club, and we're bigger than individuals. And I think Bill Shankly would say that above all. But Jurgen Klopp, there will never be another one like him ever again, ever again. And let me tell you guys now, looking back this summer when I got to see him at the Shankly Hotel, he held an event where it was like a Q&A, and we sung You'll Never Walk Alone together, and I made sure I was front row where I got to see him in person, and it was like a 2.5 hour event where he was answering questions and reflecting back on his time at Liverpool so far. And I cannot tell you how I felt being so close to him. Like just his genuineness, the way he sat on the chair, every response to every single question was just like just I don't even know how to describe it, but the man is just perfect for this football club. And that day we were 350 in the room. Like so many of us cried in his presence, and it's because of how he talked back on many games and moments and what the city meant and everything. And I'm just thinking back on that moment now, thinking it might be, you know, like how privileged I was to be within his presence like that. Yassine, thank you for becoming a member. Yeah, Troy King. What's absolutely true is let's appreciate what Pep Linders and the staff have done too. They've put in so much hard work as well for this team, and we have to remember too that that they're leaving at the end of the season, and we can't only pay our respect to Jurgen Klopp, even though he's the main man, and again, the moment he said he was leaving, I had no doubt that the staff was going to leave too because they come together, you know. Exactly, that base guy. Hopefully, he gets the piece that he needs. That's the most important thing. How Jurgen Klopp feels. Memo says he's going to school in tears right now. I can imagine. I can absolutely imagine. We have to enjoy every single moment, and that's why, guys, we talk about timing. I actually think that this is the best possible timing. The fact that we get to cherish every single game and give him, the staff, the love that they deserve, because they need to know how much they mean to us. Guys, I'm seeing all of your comments about you guys crying. But that's life. It's life, it's true. Like everything comes to an end, but I I can't even tell you when I saw the news, I literally like refreshed a bunch of times and I was like, this is fake. This can't be real. And I just like I felt numb. Like honestly, guys, I felt numb looking at the news like that. And then and then the moment when it hit was when I started watching the interview on YouTube, which is like 25 minutes where he explains the decision, and then it was reality, and I was just crying. I knew this day would come, but I really didn't think it would come this soon. I really didn't think so, and this really felt out of the blue, just like that. No, but Marge is saying this might have a deep impact on some of our players too. What I have no doubt is every single game. How many games do we have left this season? Trust is gonna like the players are gonna give like it's the last season of their life, their last season of their career. I really think that's how much Jurgen Klopp means to these players. And and again, I don't want to think about the future, about what it is, about what's gonna happen after Klopp. I don't want to think about the next manager. I think we need to enjoy every single moment right now. It has to be about that. It has to be, just because we're still blessed to have 4 or 5 months of Jurgen Klopp, and that's a privilege of a lifetime. So we need to be present with him still being there. Yonit says, "Thank you, Klopp, for 9 wonderful years at the best football club in the world. You'll never walk alone." I know, Mason. Yes, yes, brother. We're gonna catch up. We need to have a special on Jurgen Klopp. Absolutely. Look, I had just made this my background too, you guys. I had just made this my background. Look at that face. I was so sure that you see, he just looked like he was re energized. He looked like he had found that desire again after such a difficult season last season. I really believed. You guys saw the short I made yesterday where I asked Klopp to sign a lifetime contract. And the very next day he announced he leaves the club. How is that possible? Oh, God. How is it possible? Guys, I can't believe it. And that's why on this channel too, when we're on lives, you guys often ask me, who's my favorite player? Who's my this? And I have to be honest, I cannot compare a player to Jurgen Klopp ever. And I know they're the ones doing the magic on the pitch, and they're the reason for many of like the magical nights like the one in Madrid when we won the Champions League. But no one will ever come close to what Jurgen Klopp means to me, and I know it means to you guys too, because he's the one that made all of this possible. He's the one. Yeah, look what Red Devils TV, my guy, really class United fan, says Klopp is your Sir Alex Ferguson. He really is. And you'd know that too now that he's gone, about the fact that it wasn't just it really wasn't about the trophies. It was about so much more of what they represented in that football club. And like I said, that's what I'm gonna remember. And I kind of already say that like the day it was announced that he's gonna leave, which is crazy. Oh no, Queen Liverpool fan, you found out about this at school. God. Jurgen Klopp is our Sir Alex Ferguson. Dev says no more celebrations, no more hugging players after the match. He's more than a manager, he's an emotion. Jurgen Klopp will forever be missed. Juliana says, I'm a United fan, but I still feel your pain. Thank you, Juliana. You would have known from when Sir Alex left. I'm off school sick. Just made my day even worse. Oh, haven't got a clue. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, Mark, that's. Jurgen wasn't just a coach, he was and always will be an emotion, not only for us, but the entire Premier League. Apparently, George Mecca is also leaving at the end of the season? No way. Is he also leaving? What is going on? Guys, is our sporting director also leaving? Look, one one of the Twitter pages that I love, Kloppaholic, says genuinely mean it. I don't care if it sounds like I have no life. When I say that no non-football related occasion, person, my own family included, or place has given me more joy than this man has over the past 9 years. He has quite literally changed my life. God, I get goosebumps. Imagine if Jurgen Klopp's last game could be in Dublin. That would be so insane. That would be so insane. Jeez, guys, this was also just announced. Why is it not? Liverpool director George Schmadtke will leave the club at the end of the January transfer window, so he's literally leaving in like a few days. Jeez. Wow, and guys, look at Mark, an Irish friend that and Mark, I don't know if you're on the live, but I really hope to see you in Dublin. He says I don't even know what to say, but we'll get through this the Liverpool way, which is together. The beautiful thing about this football club is that you can share and process all of these emotions with like-minded people. Yo Block says I'm a Real Madrid fan and I feel you Klopp will forever be missed. Look at that. The amount of rival fans too, or fans of other clubs that are here too that can understand it, just goes to show the magnitude of what this man means. Where is he going? Aboud. He said that he 100% will never ever manage a team in the Premier League. That he promised in the interview. And then he said he can't imagine being a manager for another team right now. And that's probably because, again, guys, he said he just has nothing left in his tank. He has no more energy. For imagine for 9 years, you give everything. And he said basically he didn't really have a personal life in terms of the intensity of the job. It never stops. Like we have to understand that he's a human being and what that must be like, the intensity of a job like that for 9 years and the way that he is. Um, but yeah, in the interview, he said he can't imagine being a manager again. But my personal prediction is I could see him one day becoming a manager of a national team, probably the German national team, just because it's a job where you don't have to be switched on every single day of the year, so you can't actually have a personal life. And it's been rumored in the past, so it's one I wouldn't be surprised if in the future he becomes the manager of the German national team. Guys, for all of you talking about Xabi Alonso, honestly, I can't imagine. Red Knight, the last video was literally about a lifetime contract, and I literally made this the background of my phone a few days ago. I cannot believe this. Elite Place says farewell, Klopp, Liverpool, stay strong, you'll never walk alone. Sean says, but will this mean that players like Salah will leave? I have no idea about that. Absolutely no idea. And I don't even want to think about that just because, like I said, I think the most important is for us to appreciate every single moment that we have left with Jurgen Klopp. And he actually has a press conference later today at 3 p.m. So we have to see what happens with that. But like I said, I just want us to enjoy every single moment because that's when beautiful things are happening in life. I think in our personal lives too, and just in general, we have to try to be present. And I don't want to think about the future in this moment in time. Adam says, I'm genuinely so heartbroken. I love Klopp so much. Nobody will ever replace him. We will all miss him, but all good things must come to an end. Well said, Adam. Then Footslob says he's the best manager I saw manage Liverpool. With all respect to Bill Shankly, Kenny Dalglish, and more, but Klopp is the greatest manager I've ever seen in Liverpool and clear of them all. I think I would say the same thing because of what he means. Nah, Matthew Griffiths, I disagree. I actually think if he was 100% going to leave at the end of the season, which he said he basically knew before, I think it's the best timing. I think it's much better to do it now to give this team that farewell in a way where, like, again, if I'm one of these players and I know how players feel about Jurgen Klopp because I've read Bobby Firmino's book, I've read stories about players after and telling what it's like basically to be managed under Klopp, and they love him so much that you best believe that our players are going to bring an intensity and a desire to win the quadruple to a level that no one's ever felt before. I think it's going to be an insane rest of the season. I really think so. Gaz says, I'm still in a state of shock and love and respect Jurgen so damn much for what he's done for an incredible statue. Should have a statue. Hopefully we can win league for him again before he goes. Absolutely. I'm going to do one thing actually right now. Guys, guys, I want us all to leave. Guys, this is something I would really, really love for us to share right now. That I think would make us all feel better. Guys, sorry, I was just posting to Leo. Oh, Daily Aura is here. Daily Aura, trust me, I'm still. It still hasn't. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe the news, but something I think would help a lot, is if you guys sent in what Jurgen Klopp means to you. Because I just think if we could all pay our tributes and write a little message, and I'm going to read your messages out, I would love to just see what Jurgen Klopp means to you. Because I know for a fact that, for me, he meant everything. And I know that like the last 8, 9 years that we've had with him have been highs and moments where he's united us all as Liverpool fans more than probably we'll ever feel again. And that's why we have to cherish every single moment. And like I said, guys, I would love to hear your tributes and read out what Jurgen Klopp meant to you. Always remembered his words from doubters to believers, and never feel sad at his ending. Be happy that it happened. Klopp is more than a manager, he's the heart of Liverpool Football Club. I can't stop crying. The smile on his face just warms the club and warms me. Klopp has been with us for 8 years. I can't believe he's leaving. Honestly, he's the best manager we could ever ask for. The best wish I could ask for him is winning the league now. Best manager. I love him so much. He's the father of this Liverpool family. That's exact. If you could put it in a sentence, that's so true. Klopp transformed us from doubters to believers. This is too surprising. I initially thought this is fake, but there's nothing we can do. We need to respect his decision. I don't know how I can sleep tonight. We love Jurgen. He did so much for this club and we miss him so much. Whenever I feel demotivated, I watch his videos. He was kind of a parasocial mentor to me, and he is way more than a manager to me. Exactly. Atib says, man, I started supporting Liverpool in like 2016 because of my dad. He's the only manager I've ever seen manage Liverpool. Wow. Everything to Dortmund and Liverpool. I'm still crying and I'm in school. Reflex experts in the building. I might be a Rangers fan, but Jurgen Klopp is my favorite manager for his for his kindness, his happiness, his style of play, the way he would never give up is basically Liverpool. Oh wow, guys, you're starting to send in your tributes, I think. No one can compare to Klopp. He really helped Liverpool and made us all unite. I started supporting Liverpool properly since 2010, had some really bad years, and then Jurgen came in and a different aura entered the club. He has given happiness and revived the emotion in our club. Klopp is like a father to this club. He took us from mid table to where we are now. Anfield must be crying. It sure is. Klopp was the best Liverpool could ask for. His passion he has for this club is unbelievable, and the celebrations he shared with the fans. I'm now ready for the last boom. As a lifelong Liverpool fan who came back to watching football in Liverpool 2 years ago, I feel he has been the best thing to happen to this club and to me. Klopp was the core of Liverpool since he joined. He turned our club around, and he puts us in the spot that we're in now. Bouillon says a father is leaving his children. Because of Klopp, I'm a Liverpool fan. His handshake is the best. He is the heart and soul of Liverpool, the man who brought Liverpool back, the man who smiled every day and brought joy to the club. Thank you, Jurgen. You were the heart of this football club. Jurgen Klopp has been one of the best managers the Premier League has ever seen. We'll miss you forever, Jurgen. I just hope we can win something this year. We will. Jurgen Klopp means everything. I will never forget when he came to Liverpool. His heart turned red forever. Don't cry because it ended. Smile because it happened. Farewell, Jurgen. You'll never walk alone. Jurgen Klopp is an icon. Jurgen Klopp made me truly fall in love with Liverpool. He brought this club together more than any other manager. All his words inspired me. Liverpool without Klopp is just. When I started watching every game, he was manager. Anything else is just pure class, and he would have gone sacked. Now I just hope all the players try to win the league for him. Let me read. Okay, it's really Klopp is so special to me because he's the reason why I love Liverpool so much. I mean, Liverpool is the reason why they win their first Premier League trophy, and then we won the UCL 6 times because of him. Kenneth says, I'm a Man United and Real Madrid fan, but I love Liverpool because of the mentality Klopp has and how much of an impact he has in the club. And one of the best is leaving us. Today is a sad day. It really is. Klopp is the one who changed Liverpool's mentality. What a manager he was for us. He delivered results, trophies, and most importantly, a family. He really embodies You'll Never Walk Alone and what it means to be a Scouser. Billy, I love that. Jurgen Klopp was the reason I was a Liverpool fan, loved his days at Dortmund, and since he moved to Liverpool, I have loved them since I was 17. Reason I like both Dortmund and Liverpool, his smile fills me with joy. Klopp was the heart of the city. He meant everything to fans and me. He had a way to turn a frown to a smile. He once said, if you can't support us when we're at our worst, don't support us at all. Klopp has been an inspiration to me as a football fan. His passion and energy and enthusiasm for the game are unparalleled. His leadership and dedication has been driving force behind Liverpool's success. Anton says, for me, Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool is the reason I started to watch football again after a few years, and it's so disappointing to see him leaving after the season. Rayan says, I'm going to miss him, and he's won everything. His tactics and style will never be forgotten. He's irreplaceable. I started supporting Liverpool in 2014, and when he joined us, I knew he was going to do well for us. Klopp is more than a manager. He was a friend and a teammate and a leader. Our leader. I'm going to miss the last boom. Don't even talk about the last boom. Klopp was way more than a manager. He is family, and my dad died when I was 6 months old. When I was 6 months old, he was a Liverpool fan. Can't stop crying. He is Liverpool FC. You'll never walk alone. Miss you, Klopp. Day, that's beautiful. Benjamin says, what other manager would pull his hamstring, break his glasses, and almost lose his wedding ring celebrating and supporting the team? I don't know any other manager like Klopp. That's so true. Those moments are so iconic. And again, they might not be like results or games or anything like that, but we will forever remember them. Klopp was the reason I fell in love with Liverpool. He's the only manager I've ever seen at this club. He brought us so many memories. I started supporting Liverpool because of Jurgen, and he's the only one I've seen as a manager. He came in and transformed English football and brought us back to our best. You'll never walk alone. Jara, he's going to leave at the end of the season. So if we make it to the Europa League final, his last ever game will be in Dublin. Imagine the scenes there. CA1 says, I've been supporting Liverpool from 2019. I know I only known for a little, but it feels like I have known him since I was born, and that's how my heart loved him, and he's done everything for this club. Sumit says, I know it's very difficult for us to digest, but just imagine how hard it is of a decision for him. I just want forever be grateful for everything. Jurgen Klopp, you'll never walk alone. Absolutely. There's no doubt he would have wanted to keep going and give everything. But again, he's a human being and we can't have that type of intensity forever. We're not robots. That's just the reality. Without Klopp, Aaron says, without Klopp, I wouldn't have supported Liverpool. I thought we would never get any awards this season, but Klopp had faith in the team like a father who has faith in his son. He's really special. And this quote from Rashid, it's not important what people think when you come in, it's important what people think when you leave. The father of the club once said, Bill Shankly. And it's so true. It's not important what people think when you come in, it's important what people think when you leave. And boy, will people in the city of Liverpool who knew him best hold him in the highest regard. That's for sure. Stormy says, even as a Man United fan, I'm super sad as he's an iconic manager. Everyone will miss him. Aspect says, Klopp has been an inspiration to me as a football fan. His passion, energy, enthusiasm for the game are unparalleled. His dedication for the club. Daily Aura, thank you for the donation. You said there was no sign of this other than I had a feeling we were due a reality check. I hope this will be the best season we'll ever have for Klopp. And boy, will the players give absolutely everything to make sure that it's the best possible ending for him. I really do believe that's why he decided to go with this timing now instead of the end of the season, to tell these players and give them that inner desire to give everything they have to make sure this season we go for everything, for the quadruple. I love this club because of Klopp. You'll never walk alone. Ashley says, since I've been going to Liverpool, I've seen legendary managers such as Benitez, King Kenny leave, yet Klopp, it feels like I've lost a family member. Will still always be a part of our club. You'll never walk alone. Absolutely. Marwa says, I can't fathom this very emotional moment. I can't stop crying. That's how I felt. Aaron's in the building, who says Klopp, the manager that is so much bigger than just football. He has taught us so much about what love and family and standing up for what you believe in your heart is right. He is one of a kind. So spot on. After Klopp, it just won't be the same. Even if we win so much of his passion and love won't be matched by any manager or team. Jurgen Klopp is an iconic manager. I can't see Liverpool without him. He is the most special man I've ever seen in Liverpool's history, and we've taken him for granted now that he's gone. I don't think we've taken him for granted. I know I haven't, but definitely. But while this quote, Rashid, I'm gonna do a post of this quote because I think it's so spot on for Jurgen Klopp. The quote of "It's not important what people think when you come in; it's important what people think of you when you leave." I get goosebumps just reading that. Nathan says, "I'm a lifelong Liverpool fan and I'm not ready for Klopp to go. He is everything to the club, the best manager of all time. No one can replace him. He's one of a kind." Aron says, "I would travel the most dangerous road for him. I would travel into unknown territory and into the abyss. I would fight for him to my last drop of blood and my last breath." Wow. Now we're getting poetic over here. The poetry's coming in. I wonder what the atmosphere is like in Liverpool right now. Daily Aura. It must be. I mean, for those of you that are in Liverpool, guys, tell us how it is. But I can't. I can imagine it being a day like no other. I really can't imagine that. Dinuka says it's 2 a.m. in New Zealand and I'm still crying. Klopp is not just a manager, he is a friend and a family member of the Liverpool family. You'll never walk alone, Klopp. Bayak says Klopp has left some big shoes to fill. I will never imagine someone else as a manager. You'll never walk alone, Klopp. Klopp was an icon not just for the Prem but for the whole footballing world. Love you, Klopp. You'll never walk alone. Kamar says Klopp deserves a statue. Outside of Anfield, it was the right time to leave for him. We remember Klopp. The best memory I have of Klopp is the 4-0 game against Barcelona. Thank you for everything. He is the soul of Liverpool. He's the voice of Liverpool in our difficult times. Many opposing fans mocked me for being a fan of Liverpool. I used to get very upset, but then Klopp came. That was me too in school. Absolutely. Because we were not good when I was in school. And I remember how much people would mock. I'm not prepared to see his last game at the club. We'll miss you, Jurgen. Thank you. You'll never walk alone. Mohammed says, "That's sad. Even as a Man City fan, I say farewell to him." The Stian says, "The definition of never give up mentality. Our boss. I really want to spend 80K only to watch his last game at Anfield." This is such. Sean says, even Mark Goldbridge did an hour stream about it. He's such an amazing, exceptional man. He is an icon, a global figure. He is much more than our gaffer. He is Liverpool. God, I have goosebumps. Hey Dane, Lewis, a United fan. Thank you for the donation. You said this is sad to see, even as a United fan, a legend. Wow, to see the tributes too. Mais Sam, je sais pas comment t'arrives à travailler aujourd'hui. Franchement, je sais pas comment t'arrives à travailler parce que moi j'ai tout annulé. J'avais pas mal de plans pour la journée, mais I'm just. How could you feel? How could you feel okay after a moment like that? I can't sleep and it's 12 a.m. We'll miss you, Jurgen. Thank you. You'll never walk alone. Arcade. Danke, Jurgen. I've relapsed on my smoking butt because of this. Arcade says, I've relapsed on my smoking because of this. Klopp isn't just a manager, he was a father, an icon. It will never be the same without him. Oh no, KSL says, literally wrote a comment on your Instagram 2 days ago. Always knew, but just realized Klopp is leaving in 2025, 2026, just 2 more seasons. I will really need to learn to let go when the boss leaves. And now it's the reality. Oh my god. SC Production says it's 12 a.m. here in Sydney and I made a video for Klopp. I love him, guys. Please sub. Mentioning you, SC Productions. Go show love. Get Getial, thank you for the donation. Ronan says, sending love from Australia. You'll never walk alone, Jurgen. This will be the last Klopp versus Pep at Anfield. That's insane to think about. Guys, in March, that's going to be Klopp's last matchup against Pep. That's so insane. Je travaille en technicien informatique en hotline. Je suis angry avec les clients lorsque je prends les appels à cause de cette nouvelle. Oh my. You're doing customer service calls with this news. I would be the most I would be the not in the mood to be nice to people right now. I mean, no, we should always be nice, but more like patient, I guess. Danke, Klopp. Abdullah says, I swear to God, I'm holding 1,000 tears. It's so sad that this man 9 years ago promised that he'll win us everything he can, and he did. I hope he'll also win the Prem this year. Imagine the scenes if he wins the Prem this year. Oh my lord. Guys, something I would love to ask you guys too. Arcade says, I've spent 2.5 grand for Liverpool versus Wolves. I'm seated in the cup. Need to witness Jurgen one more time. Wow, 2.5 grand? That's crazy, but that's for the last game of Klopp. Oh my, last Premier League game of Klopp. Guys, I want you to tell me your favorite. No, honestly, I think tribute is the best way because picking a favorite moment. If you guys have a favorite moment though, please let me know. But I have to be honest, I don't know if I can pick a favorite moment. There's just been that many iconic Klopp moments, but I think maybe there's just been so many. There's been so many. I can't pick a favorite. But if you guys have one, I will read yours out and any other tributes that you have. Wow, guys, look at this comment from Ryan. As an Arsenal fan, he'll still be in our hearts, the greatest manager of the Premier League, if not the greatest manager of all time, the GOAT. Guys, some of these tributes we're seeing from fans of other teams goes to show what this man means. Just wow. SC Productions. I don't see your video. I'm on your channel. I wanted to give it support, but I don't see anything on Klopp on your YouTube channel. We need to win everything this year. Dishay, I have no doubt he's leaving because of the reason that he said. The fact that he doesn't have anything left in his tank. When you see the intensity of the men, uh, it makes sense. It really does make sense if we look at the human side of football and not like they're everyone's robots. That winning pen in the FA Cup final and 7-0. My favorite moment, Arcade says, is Klopp just staring at everyone at the halfway line during the warm up versus Everton. I feel the same that you feel, and I've been holding myself of getting over it, but now we have to look ahead. I don't think we can look ahead just yet, my honest opinion. He had so many moments. There are many favorites, like Klopp signing Salah and Firmino. My favorite moment is Klopp just stare. Yeah, that's what. The Klopp Pep era has ended. We all knew this day would come, but today was unexpected. My favorite moment was the 4-0 against Barcelona. That game was priceless to watch. The Klopp hug. This man is a true legend. He got us to 3 UCL finals and won us 3 Premier Leagues, an all-time Liverpool greats. Almost won us 3 Premier League, yeah, I was going to say. Almost. The final fist bump is going to hit like no other daily aura. Mahilio says, Church checking in before I head off to work. I'm devastated, but I love what Klopp has done for our team. He'll forever be Liverpool for me. Simple Fan says, brother, I heard the news through my WhatsApp and it's been 2 hours and I'm shocked. Like it was all going so good. We were dominating every game we played and everything looked so perfect. I think we're playing this good because the players knew about this already. I would think they knew about it already, but according to a report, the players just learned this morning. That's a report that I saw from Bascombe, however you say his name. Look, from the Telegraph, yeah. Look, the Telegraph, which is a very, very reliable source, you guys. Guys, look. In this article by the Telegraph, it says that apparently the players learned this morning. Imagine what that must have been like. You'll Never Walk Alone says, imagine Klopp's last match at Anfield, the comeback versus Barcelona, the thrashing of United, all happening at the same time. Anfield will be spending for the last time there. Imagine Klopp's emotions. Dylan says, just got done working customer service as well. Imagine if on the last day every trophy is won gets laid out at Anfield. We need to do that. I've already listened to You'll Never Walk Alone twice. Nicholas says, as a Chelsea fan, I have to say Klopp is just the best. He has been the best manager in the world for a long time. The last boom might send me into depression. Wow, look, even a Chelsea fan is saying that. Salut Ado. Sean says, my favorite Klopp moment was when he came to the club and asked for patience and said in 4 years that he'll win a silver, and boy did he do that. You'll Never Walk Alone says, imagine Klopp's last press conference after the match, the emotions and the memories of all the press conferences before, and his final fist bump and beautiful smile is going to be crazy. That's going to hit. Oh my God. Dylan, I'm going to have to go on a run or go to the gym or do some exercise today because I'm losing it. I'm really losing it. I've just been sitting here since I learned about the news and watched the interview and everything. Arcade says, I know, thank you for the donation, Arcade. You said, I know Alonso is amazing, but no one can replace Klopp in his football. It's going to be so sad to see our gegenpressing go away. Absolutely. Steve says, Liverpool wouldn't be the same without Klopp. He gave Liverpool a Champions League and made great moments like the 7-0 2019 Champions League and much more. He's a great leader and Liverpool legend. LFC 180 says, I can't stop crying. I'm going to miss him hugging every player, Mahilio says, when they come off the pitch during the switch off. He made everyone feel like a family. We are Liverpool. You'll never walk alone. Rio says, as a City fan, it's sad to see Klopp go. I really enjoyed him causing issues for City and Pep. Fair play, Rio. It's beautiful to see the tributes from rival fans too. It just goes to show, what he represented. Francis, thank you for the donation. You said Klopp definitely the best Liverpool manager that ever existed. Klopp, we love you. You changed Liverpool. Changed everything for Liverpool. Totally, Francis. Klopp is the only manager that I'll ever feel like he's family in our hearts. He'll never be replaced. Exactly. Uh, Thema says Klopp will always have a special place in my heart. I'm really devastated to see him leave. I just want to cry. And Ashish says 2022 Mane left, 2023 Firmino left, and in 2024 Klopp will leave. I can't take this. S4D says he's my favorite manager of all time, greatest leader of Liverpool that I've ever witnessed. His personality is unmatched. He'll always be in our hearts, and I'm thankful for what he's done. Rashid says we should build a statue for him 100%. He's the only family manager in our hearts, and no one will replace him in our hearts. You'll never walk alone. Simple Fan says the German magician came and won every trophy possible for us. We won together, we lost together, we smiled together, we cried together. Words are just not enough to describe what Klopp meant to us. You'll never walk alone. Alawi says I've been loving Klopp since I was 4. Since I was 7. I'm 14 now. That just shows how much of an impact he would have had on your life, even if you didn't know each other personally. My story says Klopp is the best manager, but eras come to an end, and the Pep versus Klopp era will be something else. It is like a father leaving his children. I was crying till morning to noon. My face is all red. Yami says you'll never walk alone. I will always miss the Klopp versus Pep rivalry. Imagine the players' reaction to this. The players feel people like Gomez, Salah, Trent, and many more traveled with him for more than 6 years and they're going to be so sad and miss him, of course. Nils, thank you for the donation. Nils Lofgren. Odikpo says, I've been watching Klopp since I was 6 and I'm 14. Wow. You'll never walk alone, mais Sam, vraiment bon courage pour le reste de la journée, and you'll never walk alone. We're gonna get through this together. We will. Daily Aura says this feels worse than a breakup with a girlfriend. The Bearded Brothers says, even as a Man City fan, I also feel sad that this will be the last season we get to see the Klopp ex Pep rivalry. Simmons says, even my Norwegian grandma who doesn't watch football at all knows who Klopp is. She has even said, I like your club's manager, Klopp or guy, whatever his name is. Oh, this feels okay. Daily Aura, I remember you were saying we would do a reality check, after our game against Fulham or during our game against Fulham, but for me, this is the worst news, the most difficult news that we could have ever dealt with. I can't compare it to anything else. Caro says the most impact we'll face is the team dynamic. He fused the players to have respect and care for each other. Not sure how this will feel and how the players will react. Elias says Klopp might be the best ever manager in Premier League history. Won everything possible and he's irreplaceable. You'll never walk alone. This man changed Liverpool and made the best Liverpool. It's really hard to believe that he's leaving. He's just irreplaceable. Dylan says this is way worse than any girlfriend. Klopp was one of the best. Klopp is one of the best managers currently. RMN says in the last few years I've struggled with personal and family issues, but Klopp's Liverpool was always an escape from reality. Win, lose, or draw, Klopp's Liverpool helped me through the hard times. I can so relate with you on that. The last Pep versus Klopp match is going to be so emotional. Keep in mind that Klopp and Pep respect each other for almost the entirety of the rivalry. Absolutely. And that game's going to be in March at Anfield. I feel like if Pep has that much respect for Klopp, then please can he just drop a few more points till the end of the season? Please, Pep. You're gonna stay beyond this season, so let us win this Premier League title and have that before Klopp leaves, please. S4D says, I just can't believe that Jurgen's leaving. I just never expected this. I was having such a great Friday as well. And then news came and I just stood there for like 15 minutes speechless. Oh, yes, Ben. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing okay with this news. Sunset Prod says, this news I never thought would happen. Even as a Madrid fan, I have tons of respect for Klopp and what he has done. Rest up, Klopp. Hope to see you in another Champions League final for Liverpool. Pankaj says, bro, the first jersey I received when I started playing football at the age of 6 was of Liverpool. And that's how the journey started. And today I'm 20 and I can say this moment hurts the same as Stevie G. Wow. For me, I have to say it hurts even more than Stevie G. It really does. This is the one I wanted to leave the least of anyone that's ever graced this football club while I've been supporting them. The most. Bolton Football says no matter who you support, this is a sad day for anyone in football. One of the best managers who brought a team to glory in all competitions. It's truly saddening. This feels too personal, Sumit says. Panzer says, I'm not a Liverpool fan, but Klopp is one of the best managers in Europe, rivaling Pep's Man City with a much lower budget, won Champions League and Premier League with Liverpool. You gotta have respect. Wow. Miriam says Jurgen Klopp changed my life. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to move on knowing that there'll be no Klopp to look forward to soon. As a millennial, you have no idea how much he changed our lives. Anton says I was at school and my classmate told me about this. I thought he was joking, but then I read the news and it was absolutely heartbreaking. Thema says, honestly, my heart will never recover from this, and if Salah also leaves, my heart will be officially broken. I just hope we can keep our form and a good manager, and I hope that everything works out. Alfie says the Premier League won't hit the same without him. It's like watching Ronaldo leave Real Madrid because Klopp won us every major trophy available to us. Danuka says, I've been supporting Liverpool since I was 8 years old. Now I'm 33. I almost gave up on watching any football until Klopp took over, and since then, I haven't missed a single match broadcasted. That's what he means. That's what he means. Flame Wolf, nice to see you in the building. You said, I just came home from school and my dad told me about it. Do you think Jose Mourinho is an option? No, definitely not. I don't even think he could replace Klopp. No, nobody can replace Klopp. We all knew this day is going to come, but we all didn't expect it today. It will be so good if he becomes the Germans manager later and reviews Germany too. It will be wholesome. I was 5 when my eyes lit up with the playing style. I would grow up to screaming at my cousins, You'll never walk alone, because he's an Arsenal fan, and now it hurts so much. Neo says, as a supporter of Liverpool since the 90s, with all the ups and downs, Klopp will be one of the greatest managers to step foot at Anfield. He literally lifted me out of depression. Man, aka Savage, man, I'm so sad. Klopp is irreplaceable. He has done so much to this team other than trophies. I thought he would stay and help us for another era, but it's his decisions at the end of the day. Zed says, I'm an Arsenal fan and a massive football fan, and Klopp is one of the greatest managers of all time. It's just like the days when Messi and Ronaldo retiring. It's so devastating. Doc Simons just says, gutted. I'm gonna miss his smile so badly after every match, win, lose, or draw. He always smiles. You'll never walk alone. Keshran says, I'm a fan of Liverpool for 20 years because of my dad. We went to Anfield and saw the team under Klopp, sat in the Kop. He changed me from doubter to believer. I dreamed a beautiful dream thanks to Klopp. You'll never walk alone. That's beautiful. The Wilmer says, the only manager of Liverpool I have ever seen. I will never stop crying. I started supporting in 2018 when I was 7 because my father told me to watch the Champions League final. You'll never walk alone. This news was truly heartbroken, says Iago. It was so out of the blue. This was the worst I've ever felt since last year. Jurgen was a huge role model for me. He is only leaving at the end of the season, so let's cherish every moment we have left and make this a season final memorable one for Klopp and Liverpool. Dane says, Klopp is the best. I'm crying in my room. I started watching Liverpool at 7. Now I'm 12. Over those 5 years, it's the best. I don't care about the 1 point against Man City in the 2018-19 season. Liverpool FC World says, I hope Klopp can have a happy ending in Liverpool winning the Carabao Cup, Premier League, and Europa League. I think the Liverpool players will also be sad. I hope they can keep their form. Louis says, It feels like losing a brother. I'm crying right now. All the trophies we've won, he's done so much, and we should be happy what he's done for us. Cam Cam Tom says, even I'm a United fan, but this really hurts so much. You'll never walk alone. Wow, that's beautiful. These tributes from rival fans too, really respect it. Katsy says, gamble with Alonso or Nagelsmann or someone else. Katsy, honestly, I'm just not in the mood to think about a future manager. I can't fathom that that's going to happen. And all I ever want now is to cherish every single moment and be as present as we can for every moment we have left with him. And that starts with the press conference that's at 3 p.m. today. I, I don't want to have any regrets. I want us to enjoy every single moment because the future is not something we can decide. And that's why I don't even want to think about it yet, you know? Agent says he turned us from doubters to believers by winning us the Champions League, the Club World Cup, the Premier League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. I'll miss him so much when he leaves. His final game will be very emotional. Aaron says, win, draw, or lose, I try to wake up for the majority of the games while in Australia, especially the 4-3 win against Spurs last season. Every comeback, win, draw this season, you'll never walk alone, Klopp. Liam just says, this man made me believe once again, you'll never walk alone. Tomas says, just remembering how it all started, from Lallana as a winger till Champions League of Europe, my eyes are depressed. I'm from Portugal and I can't see myself dying without coming to Anfield just for once. Tomas, that day will come one day. I believe it. Sumit says, I just want to enjoy till the last club cannot be replaced ever. Trophies can be won by others, but we have lived, laughed, and cried together. That's irreplaceable. That's beautifully said. Ganga says, Klopp is perfect for this club. He is truly irreplaceable. When I started supporting in 2018, he was there, and now he's not. It feels like a piece of my heart is gone. You'll never walk alone. Well, he's still here. Remember, at the end of the season, he won't be here anymore. Swedish LFC supporter is in the building who says, I just came home from school and we had good food, more or less perfect day, but then I wanted to see videos from Liverpool channel and I saw that. It ruined my day. Who should we get as a new coach? Swedish LFC supporter, like I said, I can't even think about a new coach. I know the name that's been mentioned the most is Xabi Alonso, and rightly so because he's having an incredible time at Leverkusen, but still, I just don't want to think about that right now. I gotta be honest. Hayes says, as a Liverpool fan for the past 20 years, I know every manager will leave us one day, but this time it's hard to believe it. It's not the same anymore. I'm gonna miss that heavy metal. Absolutely, I agree. Ganga says Klopp is perfect for this club. He's truly irreplaceable. Minecraft Sheep says I've been a Liverpool fan since I was 4 and I can't get past this. No one can ever replace him, and the confidence and atmosphere he brings to every game will never be able to replace him. We have come so far. And yeah, go. That's how I feel about it too. You said who says my father always told me that we should focus on the present and worry about the future later. Let's be grateful about all the things he revolutionized. Let's focus about the rest of the season. You'll never walk alone. And I couldn't agree more. And that's why all the conversations about, the next manager Yes, that's going to be important, but I only really want to talk about it from the moment that he's no longer in that office, just because, like I said, I want us to enjoy every single moment. Every single moment. Emmy Dumpling says, even as a Spurs supporter, it's sad to see that the best manager in the league, the best club in the league, and the most of all, it hurts to see my dad so sad about Klopp leaving Liverpool. Wow. Ayush says, as tough as it is, the day was eventually going to come one day. I don't know Klopp in person, but he's literally up there after my mom and dad. He made me believe in football miracles again. Klopp is eternal. Let It Shine says, devastated Leo. Don't really know what to do with myself. He was like the father, not only to players, but also for us at some point. I'm going to miss him so much, and not everyone understand how much this hurts. I can understand. I could tell you that I can understand, and I know a lot of us here in the building can understand. Simon Hastings says, best personality from a manager I've ever seen. Great manager, better man. Ruben says, I'm crying so much. He has done so much for us. Hope he wins everything: Europa League, Premier League, FA Cup, and Carabao Cup. I have a good day at school, but now my day is over. I'm crying. I can understand. Annie Ruth says, my heart was beating so fast after seeing this news. Yuvan says, Klopp made me love football for what it is. He made us love the game, and his energy was passed around to all of us. We'll miss him. You'll never walk alone. Yeshu says, I wish him well. He gave us everything and things to cherish till our memories fade. He even put club ahead of his emotion, and he gave club enough time to find a new manager. You'll never walk alone, Clubbo. Thema says, I would rather see every single player in the squad leave before Klopp, and I agree with that. That's how I feel emotionally. Leave that really shows how much he means more than football. He is the biggest father figure in football. He has so much passion, it's unbearable. Mete says, I'm 100% getting a shirt with Klopp on the back. Let me show you the shirt I got at the beginning of this season. This season's home shirt. And this just goes to show you that to me, I could never compare him to any player. He just means more than anything. Klopp number one. I'm gonna put this on. Yeah. Guys, I'm gonna go get some food. I'm gonna end this live stream now, but I want to thank you all for coming on and sharing your favorite Klopp moments and us coming together during this really difficult time. But I'm sure there's gonna be, we're gonna have more lives together where we can talk about Klopp and the legacy and what he means to us. But guys, I want to send you all my best and know that you're not alone in how you feel, because Klopp really meant more to us than just, like we were saying, so much more than a manager. He represented so much in our lives, and that's why we're going to be hurting for a while. But we really have to be appreciative that we get to still have him till the rest of the season, and that we're still fighting on every front, and that we are Liverpool Football Club, and Klopp is still going to forever be part of our family, and I'm sure he's going to come back to Liverpool many, many times, and he's still going to be a part of this football club, just not as our manager in some other form, so, and we're going to build a statue for him, Drago. But yeah, guys, thank you all for being part of this, Juliana, and I hope that you guys are able to just move away from the football, try to think about something else, and then I really think our energy has to be on how can we just enjoy every moment and be present with what we have, because we still have months of Klopp with us, starting, well, not starting, but with the next one being on Sunday against Norwich. So we just have to enjoy every moment and cherish it, because it's been an incredible ride. It's been an incredible journey. But yeah, guys, you'll never walk alone. I'll see you all very soon, and I wish you all the best. Thank you all so much.